It's 1:30 hour. I just spoke with our guest speaker. He should be on board. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and how are you?
I'm doing well.
We're delighted to see you. I'm sure they're all 43 of us.
All right, good.
Like to welcome you. Okay, so can you introduce yourself?
Okay, good afternoon. My name is Reginald Ward. I'm from Metro Access and Metro Bus and Rail Services. I'm here to share some information with you about the Metro Access services, the reduced fare program, and the senior smart trip card information. Okay. Are you ready for me to start, Mr. Risa?
Yep, go right
Okay.
ahead, Mr.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to talk to you about Metro Access. Metro Access is a program. It's not based on income. It's not based on age. It's based on your inability to ride the bus and the train on a regular basis. So regardless of your income, you could be making $3,000, $300,000. If you qualify for that service, then you could get the Metro Access. Metro Access is a service that take you all over DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Well, the process for Metro, let me tell you what the process is for Metro Access. What you would do, you get the application online, or you can come down to our office on Maryland Avenue, D Street, 7th and D, Maryland Avenue, and get the Metro Access application. And the application, what the application would do, it would, you would have your doctor complete the application. Once it's completed, and your doctor states your disability, why you can't ride the bus and the train on a regular basis. Once it's completed, you would give us a call. The number's on front of the application. You give us a call, and we will let you know whether to send the application or to mail the application in. And because we're beginning right now to bring people back in to do evaluation. So that's why I said give us a call first before you mail it in or send it. We'll tell you what to do with the application. Once we get the application, it normally takes us between 14 to 21 days to process the application. So we would want you to we'd want to have that much time to do that, to process your application. Also, what has happened with Metro Access now, Metro Access has reduced their rates. It's a $4 flat rate to take you anywhere in DC and Maryland for $4. Excuse me. We'll take you from Tyson's to Gaithersburg, from Gaithersburg to Oxon Hill to MGM for $4. That's every day, all day. We won't charge you any more than that, $4. That's what we'll charge you for that ride. Again, this program is for people that cannot use the bus and the train on a consistent basis. Let me explain that a little bit more in detail. What I mean by that is that, say for instance, you're a person that having chemo, or you're a person that that has congestive heart failure, and sometimes when it's really, really hot, you can't ride that bus because it's too hot for you to stand to catch that bus. Or say you're getting chemo for cancer treatment, and during the days you get that treatment, you're so weak that you cannot ride the bus and the train. Then what you need to do, you could apply for Metro Access, and you could get that Metro Access service for those days that you cannot ride the bus and the train, and you can have Metro Access service as your transportation. So you have orthopedic needs, and some days you have arthritis or maybe a hip that's dislocated, and some days I can't stand that long, and I need transportation. Then you could probably apply for Metro Access. Just let your doctor state, the reason you're applying for it in terms of whether it's your, what the disability is, whether it's, it's orthopedic needs or it's some type of treatment you're getting, but you could apply for the service. And so with that service, it's called, Metro Access has two types of condition. They have fully eligible and conditional eligible. Fully eligible, that's a Metro Access 2. That means that you would be under no circumstance could you ever ride the bus and the train because of your disability. Conditional eligibility, the same thing with Metro Access. Both of these are Metro Access services. Then you could ride Metro Access, but you on days when it's really, when the weather or whatever your disability is that affects you not to be able to ride the Metro Access, then you could you could ride the bus and train some days you couldn't, but you'd also have access to Metro Access. So again, there's two types of disability, two types of where you can get Metro Access. You can have the conditional eligibility or the fully eligibility. Now again, I repeat it again. Fully means I can never ever ride the train or the bus because of circumstances. My disability will not let me ride the bus and the train. So you can get Metro Access, but you'd be fully eligible, and you can only ride the bus. You can only ride Metro Access. But if you get conditional, that means some days I can ride the bus, some days I can ride the train. So I get a Metro Access card to say some days I can ride the bus, Some days I can ride the train, some days I ride Metro Access. But if I get the conditional, then that means I will ride the bus and the train free on days I can ride the bus and the train. Okay? With Metro Access. Again, Metro Access will take you anywhere you want to go for $4. And once you get Metro Access, what you would do, some of you guys already know, you'd you could call and set up your appointment, and we would transport you. Call like today, you got an appointment. You'd say, look, I'm leaving from D Street Southwest, and I need to get to Washington Hospital Center. You give us the address, the time of day you need to get there, and we would get you there at that time, the best of our ability. Again, that service is the Metro Access service, and we can't charge you no more than $4 any point time of day. And we can take you from, again, MGM to anywhere the bus and the train go, we can take you there. And we won't take you to Baltimore. We'll take you to certain places out in Virginia, Loudoun County, support certain places out there like that, Springfield, and all of that, Tyson's to the airport. But we won't take you anywhere the buses and train don't go. We won't take you there. So that's what we do. Now, I see some hands up. You have questions about Metro Access?
Okay, so we'll begin with Carrie. Go ahead and
Okay.
unmute, Carrie.
126 Britannia Circle.
Carrie, can you unmute? Okay, we'll go with Ann Dennis. Go ahead, Ann.
729 just regulars.
Ann, go ahead.
Okay, I don't know if I'm working or not. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Not clearly.
Not clearly.
You can't hear me.
Improve,
Okay.
improve.
I don't know, what's something wrong with my. Okay, there's something wrong with that. I think for me what I was gonna ask you about the $4 and the unconditional. You explained the conditional or fully conditional. I don't
Okay.
know what's going. I've been blocked out twice today, so I'm just trying to figure out.
Okay, well, let me tell you about the $4 is a flat rate we charge you for anywhere we take you, anywhere around DC, Maryland, Virginia. That's the most we can charge is $4. Again, there's two types of eligibility for Metro Access. There's a fully conditional, and there's a fully eligible, and there's a conditional. Fully means that if you get that, that means that you have, during your assessment or during your application, you have said there's no way possible I can ever ride the bus and the train because of my disability. And some people come like that because they can't, because their disability is so severe. Or the conditionally, you say during that assessment, you may say, well, you know what? Some days I feel like when my knees aren't bad, when my hip isn't hurting, when it's not hot outside now, I can breathe better because I have congestive heart failure. I can breathe better. Then you would get conditional eligibility, which would allow you to ride the bus and the train on the days you can, and you still be able to ride Metro Access on the days you could as well. But Metro Access would still charge you $4. The bus and train would be free if you get conditional eligibility. Does that make sense?
Thank you. Is that it, Ann? Does that answer your question? Okay, we'll go with Brenda. Brenda, unmute. Ask your question.
Yes, Mr. Reginald, now with the $4, are you given a card where you put money on this card? And another thing, I have the DACO transportation card. Could that be used to?
I think you can use that card for Metro Access. With Metro Access, when you get your Metro Access card, you have to set up an account and you can pay for that account. You know, if you got that, sometimes that card they do that. I think Chris Grayton talk about a card where they give you, and but you could use that to pay for your transportation route, your transportation. You set up, once you get approved, you would set up an account with Metro Access, and you put money into that account, and every time you ride, you know, they would take the money off. Or some people decide just to use cash. And if you decide to use cash, I would tell you, Metro Access drivers do not give you change back. So make sure you have the exact amount.
Okay.
So they tend to say that we don't have change, but they just so make sure you have the right amount of money, and you can use Metro Access for $4. Yes, you set up your account as well.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go with Diane next. Go ahead and unmute, Diane.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Okay. My question is, I'm due to renew 11/3 how soon should I start renewing?
Yours is due
Renewing
in
my Metro
Metro Access.
11
I would
3.
start, okay, 11/3. Okay, ma'am, I would probably start, it's in November. So I would probably start the last of September or the first, no later than the 1st of October, give them ample time.
Okay, now, do I have to go down there and say I'm disabled, really disabled? So
What I
have
would
to-
do, I would, you could call or even you could start the application process again and see what they want to do, because some people disability don't change, and some people do. So I start the application process again and see, and have it ready for them. And you could send in, and they may say, well, just send us the application and we can take it from there. Because sometimes, again, we do assessments. We're starting that process back, but some folks, I think it depends on your disability. It may not, some disabilities don't change over a period of time. Like I stated earlier, some people like maybe get chemo and their cancers, the cancer treatment and their cancer is cured, and they might not need Metro Access. But I don't know what your disability is, but I'm saying, if I were you, I'd start about a month in advance. I'd get the application, and I would give us a call once you complete the application.
Okay, one other thing, sir. It used to cost $6.50 to ride the Metro Access, so they actually dropped it down to $4.
Yes, ma'am. I got some good news for you. Good news, good news. That's right. $4, folks. $4 all day long, every day.
Okay,
For all you good people that
because I
ride
don't want
Metro
to-
Access, that's every day now. $4. We'll take you
$4,
anywhere you want to
okay.
go. $4 starting July. $4 anywhere you want to go. $4 flat fee.
Oh,
Okay.
and like if you go to MGM in Maryland, they'll also pick you back
$4.
up there.
That's $4.
They'll pick you back up. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
thank
That's
you.
$4 one way, $4 back. If you go to MGM, you go to Springfield, you go to Tyson's, you go to Wheaton, they will bring $4 one way. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Jeanette Martin, go ahead, Jeanette. Unmute. Unmute, Jeanette. All right, Jeanette.
Yes, can you hear me now?
Yep.
We can hear you now.
Okay, how you doing today?
I'm doing well.
This-
How are you doing?
I'm fine. This is my question. I catch Metro Access. And every time I've ever called Metro Access, the drivers are so nice and courteous. My question is, can we tip them?
Well, ma'am, if you don't have to, but if you feel like you want to, I'm quite sure they would not turn it down.
There was the ones I didn't want to get them in any trouble because I was told.
No,
"No,
they
you
wouldn't get it.
can't tip them."
That'll probably be between you and them. I mean, if you want to do something now, I'm quite sure that'll be between you, them, and God. And they wouldn't probably
Okay.
say nothing to anybody about it.
Thank you so very much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ricky, go ahead,
Yes,
Ricky.
yes. I've been riding Metro Access for a long time, but I've been riding the cab lately because my first day of the van, they got me to Washington, Howard University too late for my appointment, and they're gonna. I paid $7.50 that one way, and at that time, and then they tell me they have my money in an account, and one day I figured I was gonna ride the van to get my money back because they wouldn't give me my money back. And I catch the Metro cab now. I get a district cab, yellow cab, and I get VIP cab.
Okay.
I pay, it's up to $7. It was $5 when I first started riding those.
Right.
They're up to $7 now. But I never paid no $4, but that's something new altogether, evidently. And I didn't know you
that's
can
what I'm
go
saying,
from.
sir. Excuse me, Ricky, but as of July 1, Metro Access, your ride is only $4.
Okay.
We'll take you anywhere you want to go for $4. You set up an account, or you can pay the driver when you get there, $4. That's the most we can charge. It's $4.
That's
for
good to
Metro
know.
Access now.
Yeah.
It came in effect July 1.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Patricia Morgan, unmute.
Okay, yes, I just wanted to ask you a question. Okay, but we're senior. Senior citizen? Can I ask you a question? How would you get money put on your card?
How would you get money to put on your card? I think.
How would I, who would I go through to have them to put the cash in? Because I'm a senior citizen, how would I do that? Could you explain?
I think my colleague Christopher Grayton is up there. I think he should be coming. online. He may be already.
What's
And
his
he can tell
name?
you
And
about
I'll
the-
look, what's his name? And I'll look for him.
Christopher Grayton.
Christopher. Okay, I'll let you know.
Christopher.
Because if I have, like I said, because I was wondering, you said, so do you have a phone number where I can call?
Well, you know what? I could probably find his number and give it to you. What you would do, he has a program where they offer, depending upon your income, there's a card they offer and they would give you money to assist you with your,
Yeah,
assist you with your transportation.
Yeah, that's what I'm interested in. So you have the number.
Well, I'll have to give you his number and let me try to pull that up. Because he should be.
Can you put it in the chat?
Yeah, I could do that.
Put that in the chat. Thank you.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna put it in the chat. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to find. I have to find his number. But
Patricia, you have a TV going? We're hearing your
Okay,
TV.
Okay, well, that's it. That's all I wanted to know. Thanks a lot.
Okay, you're certainly welcome.
All right. Our next question is coming from Larry Whitman. Go ahead, Larry. Larry?
Twyman.
Twyman, sorry.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. My question is, my sister lives in La Plata, Maryland.
Yes.
Does Metro Access go there?
No.
Okay.
No. Metro Access only goes serve where the bus and the rail goes.
Okay.
It doesn't go there.
Okay. That was my question.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Adele, go ahead and unmute Adele. Unmute.
Okay, hello.
Go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, this is Adele. Welcome. I just want to ask you, is there a customary time that you have to wait for a ride when you
Normally Metro Access gives you a window of time. Say for instance, your trip, you say you want to be picked up at 1 o'clock. They say, well, your window will be from maybe 12:15 to 1:45 or something like that. That would give you a 30-minute window.
I see.
Yeah. And for the most part, they try to keep those appointments, but every now and again they get caught up in traffic like a lot of.
Sure, like anything else.
Yeah, and so they have problems, but for the most time they give you a window and they try to honor that window. And once you become a Metro Access customer though, you can get an app that would you can go to your phone and ask where's my ride, and it'll tell you where's your ride. They'll send it to you and tell you where your ride would be located at.
I see. Thank you.
Thank you.
And if they are late, won't they take and give you a free trip the next time?
Yes, they will, ma'am. And if they sure will take it off, they will. Correct.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Mary, go ahead, Mary, unmute. Mary, unmute.
Okay. How much is the fare for the Metro? The Metro bus.
The Metro Access fare for the
For
bus.
senior. Yeah, for
For
senior.
For the bus, it's $1. For senior to have a senior smart trip card, it's $1.
Okay. And how much is it for the rail?
For the rail, it'll be half fare, whatever the rail is. Say for instance, you were riding the train and you were leaving your house and you want to again go out to Dulles. It may cost people $5, but because you're a senior, it costs you $2.50 with a senior smart trip.
Okay.
That's the advantage of getting a senior smart trip card. For you seniors, I didn't talk about that. Seniors that are 65 years young and older, I would encourage you to get your senior smart trip card. That card will get you the discount that you deserve, and you can ride the bus and the train half fare all day, every day. A senior smart trip card.
Ask them about this new kind of fare. You have to register online for reductions on the card.
Mary, do you have a TV in the background?
No, I'm finished.
Yeah.
I'm finished.
Thank you. All right, our next person is Helen. Go ahead, Helen. Unmute. Helen, unmute.
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. If
Good
I call
afternoon.
Metro Access today and I order the Metro Access bus, but instead they send me the Uber or yellow cab, do I still get charged the $4 for my ride, no matter
Yep.
what ride that picks me
Yes.
up?
Yes.
And
Yes.
also, you already answered that. And also, you say you're gonna put a number in the chat that I could call for if I have other questions.
Well, the person that was supposed to be here, I'm trying to find his numbers. Christopher Grayton. I don't know. I know maybe something came up. I know he's here. I got to find his number because he works with Transport DC, and he's in the program he has that would offer people some of the financial assistance, depending on their income in terms of, and they can use that card to use it for travel. I mean, they give them money every month to travel. I just need to find his information.
Yeah, he was scheduled to be on with you.
Hey,
Yes, he was.
And who will send me the information so I can get a smart trip card? Do your
Well, if you
office
need
send
it,
out that?
well, let me, if you need a senior smart trip card, this is what you need to do. If you're 65 years young, then what you need to do, you could get it from at our new headquarters right across from Font Plaza now, and Office of Eligibility. That's 7th and D Street, Southwest. You go in there, show your ID that you're over 65, and the card will cost you $2. But what happened? The card allow you to ride the bus and the train every day, half fare, if you are a senior. So that's where you can get the card from.
But I want them to mail me. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go down there. I want them to mail it to me. So I can just call and they'll mail me.
No,
the
they won't mail it
application.
to you. We have to show that you're 65 years, you older than 60, but we have to see
Oh, I
your
have to
proof
go
of
to the
age.
office. I would have to go
Yeah,
to
now
their
I mean,
office.
again, you can go there. That's the closest one. I guess depending on where you guys live at, because you can get them from you can get them from other counties. You can get them from Prince George's County, Montgomery County, closer than that. Or you should go to Prince George's County, get them from any Prince George's County library. In Montgomery County, the same, but you just have to show your ID. So depending on where you live at, do you live
But I
closer to?
already have the Metro Access card. So but I also want the Smart Trip card. So do I?
Yes, you can get. Well, if you want the smart trip card, you have to purchase it. You have to go down to the headquarters, 300 7th D Street. You can get the card. It costs you $2.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, our next person, I don't have a name, but it's a phone number 202. Please unmute and ask your question. Go ahead.
I don't know if you see my name or not.
No, we're not.
Loretta
Okay.
Simmons.
Hello.
Simmons, okay. Go ahead,
Yes.
Loretta, ask your question.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I wanted to ask you, I had an appointment this morning for I'm having surgery, and my window was from 8:30 to 9. Okay, I was late for my appointment, and then I have going back home. My window was from 12:30 to 1, and I'm still waiting, and I don't know where my ride is. I'm wondering, what do you do when that happens?
You call and ask. You call back that. You call Metro Access.
Yes.
Ask where we arrive.
I did. I called twice.
And what
One
did they say?
lady left me on hold for 15 minutes, never come back. So I called back again, and I got the guy, and he told me someone should be here by 2:00. I still don't see anyone. I'm still sitting outside waiting, and I had another appointment to get cleared for my lung so that I could have my surgery Thursday.
Okay.
But I haven't seen a ride yet, so my appointment is at 3, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it.
Call Metro Access again. Man, we have a new app coming out that you can call. You don't have to use the phone. You can just it'll come to your phone. They'll mail the app to you. They'll send it to you. You can just find out where your ride is located. What's your name? I can get that app to you so you can do that. So you won't have that problem.
Loretta Simmons.
Loretta
Simmons.
Okay. What's your phone number, Ms. Loretta?
202
202
660
660.
2745.
Okay. 2745.
45.
Okay, that's 202 660 2745. I'm gonna get them to
Yes.
send that link to you so you won't have that. So you
Please.
can, maybe that won't have
Please.
to happen. You won't have that problem.
Please,
anymore.
thank you.
Yes,
Please,
ma'am.
because this is my
Okay.
second time this happened.
Okay, thank you, Loretta. We'll go with Antoinette. Antoinette on mute. On mute,
Yeah.
Antoinette.
My question is, they were talking about the window. I have enrolled with Metro Access since I had a trip, excuse me, and I went to the doctor, but I was finished in 10 minutes. So I called them to tell them I was finished, that I wanted to go home. They told me, no, we can't come get you. Your window was till 1:30. I told them I'm not sitting here till 1:30. So is there any kind of way that it can be where, even though you finish before your time and stuff, instead of you having to sit there for maybe an hour and a half and waiting for them to come back, is there any other way that y'all could send somebody to pick us up?
You know, man, you probably have to use the Metro Access. They don't do that. That's why once they schedule that time, it's time they're gonna pick you up, and that's what that's the procedure they have. But a lot of times, I tell people sometimes for best practice, if you know that your appointment's gonna be shorter, just say if you know your doctor's appointment, he just say you're gonna go in and just check your blood pressure. And your appointment's at 1 o'clock, and you know about 1:20, you're gonna be out of there. You schedule your trip for I want to be picked up at 1:30, and I need to be picked up at 1:30. They'll do that because what happens a lot of times is that a lot of people, Metro do, they go to their doctor and their doctor's appointment run over, and Metro Access come their way from it, but their time is up, and then Metro Access got a few minutes, and they leave, and they go back, they leave because your time is up. So I kind of I would encourage you, if you could, just kind of know what you're getting done when you go to the doctor, and just go take 10 or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, schedule your trip accordingly, because they will not send a van to your time until your scheduled trip is they won't send a ride until it's time for your scheduled trip, and you have to sit there and wait. Now, if you can get Transport DC, which you probably, if you're Metro Access customer, you are eligible for that program, then they might send a cab earlier. I would encourage you to look into that.
Okay, so when you make an appointment, and like you said, you don't know how long your appointment is going to be. Is there any way that you can book the trip and just say that return open?
No, they won't leave it open, because you may not never get picked up. Might be real late. But the thing is, I'm saying, if you got something like that, then you are a customer already of Transport DC, the cab service. All you have to do is call Transport DC, and for trips like that, and they make us send a cab quicker than we could send that van out there to pick you up. You know what I'm saying? Say unless you went to the doctor today, and that doctor's appointment, you're not sure of it, then use Transport DC, because they may say, well, you know what, you say, ma'am, you can say, you might could tell them my appointment is over. They may send a cab quicker than we could send a van. Because once and just another thing, if you're eligible for Metro Access, you're already eligible for Transport DC, the cab service. You could call for your names in their system.
Okay.
Okay.
You need to let her know that's $7 too.
Yeah, there's more than an hour. That's exactly right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Okay. The next person is going to be Brigitte. Go ahead, Brigitte.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Reginald. Hi, Teresa. This is Bridget.
Fine. How you doing?
Hi. I'm calling because I have a question to ask you about additional people that may ride on the Metro Access card. Now, a girlfriend of mine, she allowed me to ride with her to an appointment, and I didn't have to pay. My husband has Metro Access. So when he goes to a doctor's appointment, or sometimes we might have to go downtown to do something and there's no parking, would I be able to ride with him for free as his wife, or would I have to apply? I'm not old enough to get Metro Access, but if I applied for it, would he have to say that he has me as an aide or
Yes.
his wife?
Yes, I would encourage anybody to get Metro Access, and you know that you need a PCA, that's a personal care attendant, an aide. Get that person. That could be your, if that's your husband, that's your husband, you could be his aide. You could ride free that day, as long as your husband is there, you could do that.
Okay.
And you said you're not old enough for Metro Access. Just to let you know, Metro
I'm
Access,
63.
there's no age requirement. It's just based on disability. Okay,
Oh, I
no
don't
age
have.
requirement.
Yeah,
Okay?
I'm not quite at that point yet.
Yeah, right.
But
right.
it's good to know that when he goes to doctor's appointments, or sometimes we have to go downtown to do things at the district building or something like that, and there's no parking, that I can ride with him.
Absolutely, you can ride anytime he goes down there, and he has a PCA card. You can ride with him. One person can ride with him.
Okay, and he has to let them know in advance, right?
Yeah, he can say when he scheduled a trip, he say, "Well, I'll be riding, and my wife, and and my personal care attendant be riding." You don't have to tell him who it is. Just say my PCA will be riding with me, which is personal care attendant.
Okay, that's good to know. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, our next person is Thelma. Go ahead, Thelma. Unmute.
Yes, good evening. Getting back to the subway in the Metro Access. I got on the subway with my card and all. I don't think I paid anything.
Right. So then you have, like I said, there's two types of eligibility. Then you have additional eligibility.
Yeah, I could do the subway and I could do the bus. Yeah, and
right.
And also the
bus
Metro
either, right?
Access. And about the appointment time, when I'm calling, like I know the dentist usually be quick, and I'll tell them when I'm booking the time that the time may be shorter than 9:30. So they always tell me call the Merlin number back and call where's my ride, or I need more time.
Right, absolutely, and that'll tell you exactly where your ride is.
I would call and say, where's my ride? They will send it out to me. Then, if I get out early, if I'm late, and they will say, I need more time. I will call them and tell them, where it's running over, I need more time. And they become, like you say, most of the time, if I'm by myself, I don't request for the Metro Access bus. I request for a cab.
Okay.
Just for me, and the cab definitely will come back for you when you say.
Absolutely. And again, like I stated earlier, anybody that's eligible for Metro Access, you guys, you don't have to do anything that you already in Transport DC, the cab system. You just call them, they just call Transport DC. And they'll ask you for your Metro Access ID, and you can begin using that service. Of course, that service is more than Metro Access, but you're eligible for that service as well.
Yeah. Because I don't have no problem, and I like it. I enjoy, like you said, take me anywhere, whatever, and all. And because you can book like a group ride with other, as long as they have Metro Access and all. Because me and my sister-in-law, we was ready to do it to go to Potomac Mill, but it won't take us that far. So
it won't take it Potomac Mill. No,
yeah, but so we did do one going to Tyson though. We did do one going to Tyson, and that was joyful. They came back when we say come back too. I enjoyed it. Okay, thank you. That's all I want to say is about that time. And
you're welcome. You're certainly welcome.
In charge. Okay.
Next is Stephanie. Go ahead, Stephanie.
Hi, good afternoon, folks.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. I heard you mention something about Transport DC has a program that will help you acquire funds for taxi.
They have yes. The Christopher Grayton, there's a program they were doing that would, depending on your income, they would assist you with some money for travel. And what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to give his number. Maybe, but if you guys can hold on just a second, I'm gonna give him a call.
I have one more question though.
Sure.
Okay.
His number's in the chat.
Okay, his number's in the chat.
Yes, it is.
Metro Access Easy Pay.
Yes, ma'am.
How long will that money stay in that account?
That money, ma'am, shouldn't evaporate. It should be right there to use it,
Okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I think she talking about the connector card. And you can look at that on your DICO down there on your iPad.
Okay.
Thank you,
Stephanie?
ma'am.
Thank
All
you.
right. Laverne. Go ahead, Laverne. Laverne, on mute. Laverne, on mute. Okay. All right, we'll go with Queen Harris while Laverne is.
Please, I'd like to ask a question.
Go ahead, Queen.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
I went on Metro Access one day last week to Springfield. I had a doctor's appointment. Okay, they came back and got me on time. They had 2 other passengers on the van, and they picked me up. What was it? 4 something. I didn't get home until after 6 o'clock. Matter of fact, I was on the van for 2 hours and like 12 to 15 minutes to come to DC. So what's the scope on that?
What's that? What, ma'am? I didn't get that part.
I mean, what is there anything they can do about that?
Well, you know, I'm gonna tell you, ma'am. Sometimes you get on the van, you can ask the question before you get on the van. Are you do you have other passengers? Will I be dropped off? You can ask that question. They'll let you know. But a lot of times, ma'am, just to be honest, there's nothing that the drivers have a route they have to go by, and that's the only thing they can do. There's nothing else they can do about it. Because as you know, Metro Access is a paratransit service. I mean, during the pandemic, we were able to carry only 1 passenger at a time, but now that the pandemic is over, we begin to transport more than 1 passenger at a time. And sometimes people, I know it doesn't make sense. You could be like sometimes 30 minutes away from your house, and they may take you to they may take you out to Maryland, take you back, bring you back to DC. But that's how the dispatch have ordered that trip. The driver has to do that.
I done rode clean
But I would
past my
encourage you
house.
to probably get. You did what?
Okay.
But I would encourage you to ask the driver prior to getting on the van. Now, what's my drop-off time? Do you have an idea? Yeah. You could do that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, hello.
Hi, Laverne, you here?
Yes, thank you for waiting. I was trying to get this thing together.
Okay.
I would like to know, what is DC Transport's number?
Did somebody say it's in the chat?
In the chat.
Check the chat. Is it check the chat? I think it's in the chat.
I don't see it.
Okay.
It's in there.
It depends on
see-
what time she
I
came on.
see
That's why.
Metro SS. And it's Christopher Grayson. I don't see his full number.
I'm gonna give you
It's
his
in
number
there.
right now. I got it. Listen, okay, everybody get your pen. It's 202 202 420. That's 202 420 7520. That's 202 420 7520. That's Mr. Christopher Grayton. He's really helpful. He'll tell you about the program that you can use to get to help you offset some of your transportation costs. And you can tell him that Reginald Ward referred you. That again is 202 420 7520.
And it's in the chat.
It's in the chat now. Okay. So make sure that's Christopher Grayton. He's very, very helpful. He can lead you, let you know how to get that some supplement for your travel. And he'll tell you, like I just told you, if you in Metro Access system, you're already eligible for Ride Transport DC. There's no application process needed. Just get hooked up.
Okay, well, can I get that
Okay.
number, please?
Okay. It's 202.
This is Transport DC, right?
This is Christopher Grayton's number. The guy's gonna connect you with Transport DC. 202.
Oh, okay, I have his number.
Okay. You
And
call
you
him, he'll
said
connect
your
you right
name
to.
is Reginald what?
My name is Reginald Ward.
All
W-A-R-D.
right. Thank you so very much.
Thank you.
All right, now we're going on. That was Laverne. You did Queen. I think that's it, Mr. Reginald. It seems that we got all the questions. I don't see any. There's somebody
Okay,
with the
well,
with their hand up. They're not showing a name. Oh yeah, we've got two more that just popped up. In fact, more are now popping up. So we did. Let's do with Cassandra. Go ahead, Cassandra.
Hello. They
Hello.
just answered my question. I wanted the number for Transport DC, but I have Christopher Grayton's phone number from out of the chat, so I'm straight now.
You're fine. Wonderful. All right, we'll go with Lorraine. Lorraine Leonard, on mute. Go ahead, Lorraine.
Yes, my question is, I'm with DC Transportation. At times I have problems when they come to pick me up. They might be late, or they have to go, when they pick me up, they have like 2 more riders to pick up before I get to my appointment. So how can I relieve that problem that I'm having with that?
Is that with Metro Access?
No, that's with DC Transportation.
Okay, you got to call, man. You got to talk to DC Transportation.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So if you Metro, or you could just start using Metro Access, because normally when they book it, they pick you
Well,
up.
I had my sister's trying to get me with Metro Access, but she was saying that there's some forms that have to be filled out.
Just do the application. Once you get the application, like as I stated, once you get the application, just give us a call. We'll tell you what to do with the application, whether mail it in or we'll come pick you up and do assessment on you.
Okay.
And then you will see if you, and then we'll give us 14 days to see if you're eligible for the service. If
All
you
right.
need it, make sure you apply for it.
Okay. Thank you. You answered my question.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All
Thank you.
right, our next, we have a person with no name. Please go ahead and ask your question.
Is it Miss Duckett?
Oh, it's Miss Duckett. Okay.
Okay.
Miss Duckett.
I have good afternoon, and thank you for your presentation and all that you have given us. I've been riding since 1996, and I have a couple of situations that I need to get understanding of. Okay, I am totally blind, and they often send a Uber for me, and I've asked them, please don't send me an Uber, because Uber is a curb-to-curb service, and they could be sitting, and they have been sitting at another address on the same street where I live, but because I'm blind and don't realize that they're out there for me, I'm not able to know that they're there. So my question is it mandatory that I take Uber when there's not a other ride available? Because that really is not helpful for me. The other question that I have, I want to get understanding of when they say that you have to be ready for your pickup time at the beginning of the trip. Let's say I have to be at Model Cities at 9:30. How does that work? Because when they say at the beginning of your trip, because I noticed that on there it said from 8 to 8:30. And if you have to be at your destination by 9:30, how does that work?
Well, if you have to be at your destination by 9:30, and depending on where you live, they may say your pickup time will be between 8 and 8:30. And so you'd have to be ready between 8 and 8:30 for your pickup window. And
But
again,
if I have to be there at 9:30, that's not gonna work.
no, but I'm telling you, that's just an example. They plan it out, man. It's not like I just gave you an example. You got to be there at 9:30. You pick up, depending on how far it's from your house. It could be your pickup one. It could be from 7:30 to 8 o'clock. It just depends on how far it is from your house. That's what I'm saying.
They usually tell me I'm going to be on the van 30 minutes.
I can't tell how long you'll be on the van. It depends on how far you live from the destination you're trying to get to. Sometimes they say, well, you know what? Your van, you'll pick up one again. Say you live 30 minutes away from the place, and they figure traffic and everything. They may tell you, say, well, look, you say I want to be there at 9:30. They may say you'll pick up one of them is from 8 to 8:30. That means they will give you an hour that because they know it's rush hour. They building all that. They will give you an hour to get there. You may get there 20 minutes early.
So what you're saying, if I have to be there at 9:30, they're going to come, say 8 or 8:30 to pick me up. Is that what you're saying?
Again, it depends on how far you live from that destination, and they will build enough time to get you there before 9 or 9:30. Before 9:30.
Okay, I understand that part.
Yeah, so they build in time. They build in time so they can have enough room to transport you there, so you won't have to rush to get in there. And sometimes traffic and they're a little slow, but normally they build enough time so you should get there way before your time, at least 15 to 20 minutes before your time.
Well, they have been late here since they changed their time, but we won't go there.
So are you a Metro Access customer? Are you using the cab service?
Sir, I've been Metro Access person since 1996.
Okay, do you use the cab service too to get to these places, or you just use Metro Access?
Yes, I use the cab also.
Okay, now which one you said some of them don't. You were saying earlier you had a question about them. Metro
Okay,
Access.
Metro Access, when they are late or whatever, going to send they'll send me a Uber.
Okay.
And I'm saying Uber is not helpful for me because
right, gotcha.
They're sitting down the street and it's a curb to curb service.
Okay.
And I live down. If they're at 1720 and I'm at 1702,
right,
that's not going to help me because especially if there's no one around to let me know that they're out there. So I'm asking, is it mandatory that I take Uber?
No, Ms. Duckett, if I were you, I would call Metro Access back and tell them when you schedule your appointment, look, I have, you say you have low vision or you're blind, and I can't.
I'm totally blind.
Okay, I'm totally blind. So I don't need that. I need Metro Access to come. So take me off that list when you send those other means of transportation, because I need Metro Access. So it'll come to my house. You know what I'm saying? Take me off that list. I don't want to be on that list. I don't want to be on the list. I'm just going to use Metro Access because I'm totally blind. And I need them to come to my door-to-door service.
Yes, sir.
That's what I would do. And they can do that. So please take me off that list because I need that because I can't see it. And I need somebody to come. I need door-to-door service.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Duckett.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so we're heading in there. Your time. We're going to go with Greer. Go ahead, Greer. Greer, go ahead.
Let me call you right back, Sean. Good afternoon to everyone. I had a question on behalf of one of my neighbors. I'm in a senior building, and it was similar to, she has a concern or a problem really similar to Miss Duckett. She's not blind, but she has problems with vehicles other than Metro Access. And number one, she's downstairs waiting, and they don't come quite often. But I've been down there when they sent another vehicle other than Metro Asset, and I had to. They sent a Uber, and this lady can't pick her feet up, and she's kind of heavy built, and she just had such a difficult time trying to get into the vehicles. So I wanted to know what can I, share with her to do, because she does not need a vehicle other than Metro, and she goes to dialysis, and it's a real problem for
Okay.
her. So what can I advise her to do?
Well, Ms. Gear, I would advise, like I told Ms. Duckett, call Metro Access. When you schedule the appointment, say, look, please tell them about, say just, if you're unaware of my disability, if I have some weight challenges, whatever, look, please do not send anything by here but a van.
Okay.
I can't, I need that door-to-door service. I don't need no cab service. I need the door-to-door service because I am, if my weight is challenging, then I need something that can accommodate me. And if I'm a wheelchair user, whatever, if I have an old-size wheelchair, I don't need that. I need a Metro Access van. And state that clear when you're doing your scheduling your trip, and tell them to please take them off of that list when you send other means of transportation.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
I sure will do that. Thank you so much.
They'll
I appreciate it.
It'll take people off that list. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we got one final. Stephanie again. Go ahead, Stephanie. Unmute. Unmute your device. Stephanie.
Okay, it's unmuted. I wanted to make mention of a problem I'm having with Metro Access. The clearance, there's a gate entrance into the driveway of my complex, and the clearance is not high enough for the van to come through. On several occasions, I have requested a sedan, in which I know they will, supply you with a sedan sometimes. And they sent me Ubers, but here lately they haven't sent me anything but the vans. And the van can't come up the hill. The hill is really steep, and it's a bother for me to walk down the hill to get to the van for fear of falling. I walk with a walker, and my balance is off. My equilibrium is off, and I have requested a sedan, like I said, but they have texted me back and told me that they cannot supply me with a sedan, which I know they have. When I was able to get into a sedan, they would always send me one, but because I requested, now they don't send it. And I wonder why that is so, because the Metro Access cannot get up into the driveway because of the clearance of the gate.
Ms. Galloway, have you made that known?
Yes, sir, I certainly have.
Well, Ms. Galloway, when you call Metro Access to schedule your appointment, I'd ask, could I talk with the supervisor, please, about I have some special accommodations I need to talk about. My driveway will not accommodate them in my building. It's a low driveway, and does it hit the van or something?
Yes, it does. It knocked the light off the van.
Okay, well then I would tell them that. I said, so I'm trying to avoid them happening, and I cannot walk down the hill because of my physical disability. So could you please talk to the supervisor, and they'll make note of that, to send me a car from this point forward, because I cannot go down the hill, and this coming in my driveway, state the name of your building, it damages your Metro Access van. And a supervisor would like to know. And a supervisor would like to know that, and tell them, because I'm trying to prevent that from happening, and I need something to pick me up because I can't walk up that hill.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Galloway.
Whoa. Well, seems, Reginald, that you did it. You've answered all the questions.
Well, great. I'm glad I was able to answer all your questions. And if you guys have any more questions,
if anybody like to share anything before he leaves? His time is almost up. He's got just a few more minutes. 3 minutes.
I'd just like to say thank you for the information that you brought us today.
Okay.
This is Miss Helen Harding. I have one question.
Thank you guys. You had some excellent questions. I hope I answered the best.
I have one other question, if you don't mind, please. And the question is, you used to have, Metro Access used to have something called the Ability Ride and the Juris Center for Agents Connection Ride. Do you still have that?
We had what? Now, what did we have? What'd
You
you
used to
say?
have the ability, Metro Access Ability Ride. And then you used to have something called Reach a Ride.
Oh, yeah, we don't have that right now, ma'am. No, ma'am.
You don't have that anymore.
We don't
okay.
have that ability to ride anymore. No, ma'am.
Okay.
We're using that. We got the cab service, using the cab service a little bit more now as an alternate means of transportation.
Yeah. Yeah, but that cab service, the services that y'all do have, it is really, really good. I really appreciate it.
Okay, so you can all unmute and thank Reginald for all of his.
Mr. Reginald, thank you so very
I
much.
want to say thank you, Mrs. Duckett. Thank you
you.
very
Yeah.
much for
Thank you
all
very
your
much.
Thank you so much for
information.
inviting me.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you so much.
Yes, we do appreciate you.
Thank you, Mr. Reginald.
Yeah, we do, and
You're
look forward to having
welcome.
you
And
again
thank you guys.
sometime.
If you have any questions in the future, just feel free to reach out. Excuse me?
Okay.
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you so
Reginald.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Thank
taking
you.
your time.
You guys have a great
Thank you.
afternoon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Mr. Reginald,
Bye.
excuse me.
Okay.